breath and center in this moment. Relax. I know there was frustrations, I'm sure, getting to this moment, so just let go of any distractions. Turn off Facebook, turn off your email, just be here now, turn off your phone, be present with me, because what I have to share with you is so juicy. I'm sharing the wealth wheel with you, and this honestly has the potential to change and transform your life. So I want you to really take this to heart, what I'm going to share, okay? So where shall we start? I'm going to start right now with our cleansing, clearing breath, and I think I'll take another one. I'm going to center myself. All right, everyone. I'm Amanda Moxley, and I am the Healthy Wealthy Biz Mentor, and I am the creator of amandamoxley.com. Imagine that. And I'm also the creator of End Your Money Drama, which is a 5-week course that totally rocks, and also Amanda Moxley's Healthy Wealthy Biz School. And I am totally committed to supporting women entrepreneurs and some cool dudes too create profitable, portable, and playful businesses that take them to 6 figures and multiple 6 figures and all the way to 7 figures. Like, why stop, right? So that's who I am. And I started out as a health coach, and I was very similar to you, I'm sure. I saw that I could be, I didn't even know what really an entrepreneur was, but I had a body transformation, and I wanted to really support people around their food and their body. And so I saw that if I could become a health coach plus a yoga teacher, that would be my ticket to freedom, and I would be able to, I'd be able to be my own boss, be able to create my own schedule. I could work when I would want to and when I didn't want, and then I'd take off when I didn't want to, when I did, you know what I mean. And then I could travel the world, I could have a family, I could have this profitable, portable, and playful biz, right? Perfect. So that's why I became an entrepreneur, because I'm like, perfect. I don't want to go work in a cubicle or have some job or work for someone, or I want to be able to have an expandable income, and I want to be able to rock this out. So I was a health coach for many, many years, and I was successful. I definitely was doing well. I was like making between $40,000 and $50,000 a year, but I was doing a lot of work. I had at one point 22 health coaching clients, and I didn't have any assistants. And I also taught 6 Bikram yoga classes a week, which, if you ever done Bikram, is very hot. So I was sweating a lot. I was giving a lot. I was really in the giving. And I was trying to do everything on my own. I wasn't investing in coaching or really very much support, because I thought I could do it on my own by watching everyone else, other entrepreneurs who then became my coaches. I was watching like Karen Noller. I was watching all these other people run and rock their businesses. And I was like, I want that. And so when my son was born, I had a home water birth in 2009 upstairs from where I am right now. And when he was born, it was like, Mama's got to make some money. I had to figure this puppy out. So I went on this beautiful adventure since 2009, and I invested in a high-end coach, and I kept on working and building my site and all these things. And in a nutshell, on that beautiful adventure of building this business with these dreams to have a profitable and portable biz, I ended up draining my savings. I ended up getting in debt. I had like $30,000 worth of debt, which I'm totally cool about now because I reframed it to divine energy, blessing the dream. I got rid of that fear and shame around that. But I drained my savings. I had divine energy blessing the dream, and I had my last $200 in my bank account. Seriously. So I had $200 in my bank account, and I'm like, my knees were knocking. I was in fear. I was up in the middle of the night. I mean, you might have seen a video John and I did yesterday or whatever ago, Sunday, where like I couldn't afford lotion for my face, so I just slapped on olive oil and called it good, because I couldn't afford like the nice lotion. And John's like, what? Tough times. So yeah, that's what was going on. And at this point, I got to go to a workshop, actually a live event in Los Angeles, and it was with one of my mentors, and it was how to transform your money story. And I was like, I need to do that. So I ended up going there with the $200, and I signed up for another high-end coaching program with her. And I remember writing on the form, I wrote, it's my time. Because it was. There were no back doors anymore. There was no other way but for me to climb up. At that time I felt I was at literally a ground zero. Horrible. Love that time. So if you're in a ground zero moment or you're in a rock bottom, just be grateful, because that will be your seminar story someday. Like, don't get too emotional about it. You are in the right place right now, because I'm going to teach you all these channels, how to unlock your channels. Anyway, so I went there. Anyway, so I decided, it's my time, man. And I ended up going from there 6 weeks later. Many of you have been with me on this journey. I went from $200 to $54,000 in 6 weeks. I went on to 7 figures by that September, so like 9 months later. And then I went in across the $200,000 mark 12 months later. Now, I'm going to just say something, and this might be a little bit bragging because it's kind of cool. But I'm going to share with you, at the time that I had that whole ascension, I was pregnant. I was with child, totally with child, right here. And I gave birth at the same time. And I had a second home water birth to my little gorgeous little Phoebe. She's so cute. I wish you could come here and you could see her. She's busy. So all that to say is, like, I'm not saying, like, I remember watching other people and thinking, well, other people who had, quote, done it. And I remember thinking, well, they're special. They're better than me, or, you know, like, they know, they're smarter. They know these things. And, like, it makes me want to cry. But I am just like you. And the only difference is I made the decision to unlock my money channels and heal my effed up relationship with money. And then I really effing focused, and I got the right plan in place. And with that right plan in place, I've been able to generate and keep on serving my amazing clients, and also live in Hawaii. You know, my family and I, we lived in Hawaii. We just got back a week ago. And that was an amazing experience. And that is where I received this download that I'm here to share with you. So I want to tell you that you, my friend, I really love, you are in the right place right here and right now. If you're like me, you know, you have like a lot of certificates, degrees, you know, you're qualified, let's just be honest, but you just haven't popped in your biz. Like, you're here sitting on the sidelines and what you want is over there and you haven't gotten it yet. And so this leaves you feeling restless and not very confident and even insecure, and maybe even pissed off and angry, because you're like, I can do it. Why am I not doing it? Like, what is going on here? Like, I have the degrees, I have the knowledge, I have all these things. Why haven't I popped? You're in the right place if that feels like you. You're also in the right place. You are an adventure-seeking, fun-loving, freedom-seeking entrepreneur. That the whole reason you went into business or had this business idea was so that you could truly, truly rock your freedom-based lifestyle. You didn't want to just like have some ordinary life that was boring, and you get married, you have kids, you stay in the same place forever. No, you want fun, and you want freedom, and you want adventure, and you're in the right place. Oh, good. I got some good. Okay. So you are totally in the right place. Also, if your money channels are on the lockdown position, if you're having fear about money, if you're having anxiety about money, if you're having worries and sleepless nights about money, if you're feeling a separation between you and money, you're also in the right place. I could keep going. I'll say one more thing. You're in the right place if when you do have this money convo, you bring it up, you tell people how much things are, or you're just like talking about the whole money situation, you get scared and you go into crimp down and you're like all of a sudden like insecure and like 7 years old again or 10 years old or whatever. So this whole money thing just blows and you wish it would go away. You're totally in the right place. Okay. So here's the deal. We're going to cover, I'm looking up here because I do have a little cheat sheet right now. You want to see it? You want to see it? Okay. There's a little cheat sheet. I got my wealth wheel right there. Oh, there's my backyard. Don't look. We haven't been here for a few months, so you can look at it, okay? I won't lie. It's pretty gruesome back there. I haven't been back there to do any yard work in 3 months. But anyway, here's a little cheat sheet with my wealth wheel. Oh, look. Oh, look. Look at little Amanda. How cute, huh? I'm going to get into your WC and your WC, and that's important to have a little picture of you in your office, by the way. Okay. I digress. Okay, so what we're going to cover today, you all have your notes. I created this little PDF. Well, actually, Valerie did, my assistant. She created this awesome, well, I wrote it, and then she made it all pretty. But, okay, I want you to get that. And if you don't have it, no problemo. Just grab a notebook, grab a pen, and I want you to write down something. First of all, I want you to write down what is your intention for today's call, live stream. So you're clear on what it is you desire. What is your intention? Now, let me tell you what we're going to cover. I am going to give you this wealth wheel, these 5 secret keys to unlock your money channels and turn your and to activate your divine feminine energy and turn that to the on position so that you can receive abundantly. I'm also going to talk to you about how you might be blocking yourself from receiving the cashish and letting it in. And I'm also going to talk to you about my 3-day live event, which is coming up in September next month. I'm going to tell you more about that. And I'll actually tell you that you can look at that now. It's at popyourbizlive.com. That's the URL, popyourbizlive.com. Okay. So, are you guys ready to get the download? Let me see here. I also have this. Okay, so I'm going to start out. So the first key. Well, actually, first off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this download. Okay, so when I was in Hawaii, not so long ago, I haven't even been home 1 week. And you know, my nose is running, and they actually say that when your nose is running, it means inner crying. So I actually think I'm doing some inner crying right now. I'm going to blow my nose with my little hanky from my grandma. And I'm doing some inner crying because I love Hawaii, and we've transitioned to our next chapter in life. But let me tell you about why this is so special to me. Is because I got to go on these walks every day next to Mama Ocean in Honolulu Bay, which is really, I think, one of the most beautiful places on the planet. There's huge green mountains and waterfalls. The world's largest waterfall is right there, and it's just majestic. And I got to, and same with last summer, just like swimming in the Mama Ocean. And it's like Mama Ocean is so healing and forgiving and nurturing and soothing and all forgiving and so loving. So I really got in touch with a lot of my feminine energies. And because Utah is, big mountains, and you're biking and you're skiing and you're hiking and you're conquering and you're striving and you're pushing. And so going to Hawaii really balances me out and allows me to really soften into my feminine receiving position. So there I was in Hawaii, and I have really lived this wealth wheel for the last 2 years. And I got the download. It was like 8 o'clock, put the kids to bed. I had my journal, and I was like, wealth wheel, bam. And I'm so happy I have chills that I get to give this to you, because this is it. This is how you create all the abundance that you want. So let's start out with the first key. And by the way, it's a wheel, so you can enter in at any stage. But I'm going to start with step 1, key 1, to unlock your money channels. Is number 1 is to let go. You've heard the saying, let go and let goddess. Like, let go. So write that down on your paper. Unlock your money channel, key 1 is let go. And this is where you could be right now. You could be in a place of a lot of fear and anxiety and stress and holding on. You could be blocking yourself, and you're saying things like, I can't afford it, not now, I'll do it later, I'll do it next year, I can't do it, she won't let me, he won't let me, I don't have the time. You're saying things like that, right? You're saying things like that probably really frequently. And I know that's pretty much, and your clients are saying that. So maybe you're not saying it, but your clients are saying it. If they're saying it, that's truly a reflection of what you're feeling inside. Because everything in life is a mirror. So let me get back to point here. So you could be feeling that, like you're holding on and you're in a lot of fear. And you're holding on and you're clutching, and you're just like, I'm holding on to my savings, or I'm holding on to this credit, or I'm holding and I'm not going to let go. And so where you would rather be is in a consistent flow with money. You would rather feel confident. You would rather feel that money was as easy as going into your kitchen and whipping up your favorite salad or your smoothie. Like, that is how easy money is. So you want to feel that you can let go and trust that this thing called money, which is really energy, is actually going to come back to you. You want to feel loved and protected by this money and provided for. And you want to be in a relationship with trust. That's what you want. So here is one step to support you in really activating this let go muscle. So the next time that you're in a relationship with money, otherwise known as circulating money, some people like to call it spending money, but when you spend money, it's gone. So we don't want to spend it, we want to circulate it. So the next time you circulate it, I want you to exhale it out and then inhale and trust that that inhale is coming back to you. So that, see, the truth is that giving and receiving are the same thing. It's that beautiful flow. It's like the inhale and it's the exhale. It's like the oceans, the waves of Mama Ocean. It's like you got in tide, you got the wave coming in and crashing, and then the tide going out. It's a beautiful rhythm. The problem is that we have really emotionalized money, and we've made ourselves separate from money, and that does not serve us anymore at all. So I'll repeat what the step is, okay? So your action step is the next time you circulate money, let's say you go to Whole Foods, or you just next time you whip out your card, I just want you to, or your cash, I just want you to exhale it out and then inhale and trust that it's coming back to you. So so that's a tip. And then I'm going to say again that right here in that letting go process, you're really learning to trust yourself, trust money, trust the universe, trust. And trust is such a big issue for many of us. It's scary to trust. It's scary to let go. But no longer, because I know you want to unlock your money channels. Okay, now, secret key number 2 is, I wonder if there's anyone that can guess it. Kidding. Secret key number 2, you got to learn. You have to learn, okay? So, what is happening is this is where you might be, this is where I was a few years ago, this is where pretty much 97% of the people are on the planet. Okay? You're dragging around a really effed up money story. A money story that was passed down from good, loving grams and gramps and great-grandma and great-grandpa and so far back. And then your mom and your dad and your culture, your religion, your society, your state, your country. Like, we just bought into these pre-programmed beliefs around money that are totally false evidence appearing real. These are not truths. The truth is that money is infinite. Money is energy. It cannot be created, nor can it be destroyed. It's literally energy. Hello? There's no ending. There's no beginning. It's limitless. It's formless. It's everywhere. And you are the only one that limits yourself. So as you can see, you have to really reprogram your wealth consciousness. You have to reprogram your subconscious mind to believe these things, that money is a renewable resource and that money is as easy as making your favorite smoothie. Like, those are new beliefs. Or that everyone you meet has tons of money and everyone's just swimming in this sea of abundance. So really get these new beliefs that, like, life is for you. Money is for you. Money wants you. Money wants to get down with you, right? I mean, you got to work that. You got to really, really work this. And so the step here for key number 2, your action step, is to work this wheel, to use this wheel and to roll on this wheel, to be on this wheel from here on out, baby. No more holding back. And for those of you who are seriously committed to learning, come on, we've all been to a live stream or a workshop or free call or read a book, but I know I've done that, right? But it doesn't sink in until you're committed to learning and you really invest your energy, your heart, your soul, and you make the decision that you're going to totally do whatever it takes to learn this whole new way of living and being and receiving and giving with money. You got to commit to that. You got to make the decision. Oops. And I know that is why I'm putting together Pop Live, which is the 3-day event I talked about in the beginning. And that is an opportunity. I'm just giving you like a little option that you could come and learn with me for 3 days and really learn how to unlock these money channels and invest your time and your energy and be in a full-blown vortex of 150 or 125 other entrepreneurs who are also totally committed. And we are changing the consciousness on the planet. And I know that when we get in our power with money, there will not be 17,000 babies, children dying every day of starvation. Like there will not be, we won't be doing crazy things that we're doing, what's happening to the earth and the water and the air. And I could go on a tangent, but I'm just so passionate that we all unlock these money channels and we get rid of this old programming and we receive the truth and abundance that is our birthright, that is your birthright. It is so important that you get this. Like I tear up about it. I really want you to get this. This is so easy. Like those limiting beliefs that you're holding around you are the only thing blocking you from the abundance and the freedom-based lifestyle that you desire. And that is a very important key, but you can't do it. You have to really commit to this step, this key of learning. And I've spent a long time. I'm now in my sweet spot with it, but still, there's always still new programmings and new thought patterns to download. So, again, that is an invitation that you can join me at popyourbizlive.com. You can check out that. Okay. Now, here we go to key number 3. Actually, just take a breath. If you'd like to write down a couple of more notes or get clear or just feel that. I know a lot of times if I get emotional about something, it's when I'm feeling it, it's not just me, my clients and people who are watching, because I'm kind of empathetic. I am empathetic. I feel things. You're feeling that too. Okay? So allow yourself to feel that feeling. Okay. So got the download, write it on in. Now, key number 3 is love. Love is the highest vibration, and love is the only absolute. And where you might be right now, I've kind of said it before, I'll say it again. Where you might be, and most of the world is around money right now, is in a state of fear, a state of panic, a state of anxiety, a state of constant worry. It can divide relationships, it can divide homes, it's divide families, it can just ruin things, right? It's this place of separation between the haves and the have-nots, or crazy things about, oh, well, she has money or that family has money, and you don't, so you're separate or you're less than. All these programs, like, well, you're from this side of town, so you're this way. I mean, all these stereotypes and bullshit, really. Like, I remember I have these, my dad told me in high school I had these best friends, and he said, well, they have real wealth and we don't. So I always felt like the separation because my friends, whatever, had a different amount of money or something. So this key here is like you feel this separation, and you feel this fear and anxiety and stress and anxiety and separateness. And another piece here too, is that when you do, let's say, this was really the magic formula I figured out for this piece. And that is this thing that I call the WC, that's in the way of the WC. Maybe you've never heard me talk about this. So let me break it down. So there I was, $200 in my bank account, and all of a sudden now I was putting myself out there, I was marketing myself, and I was promoting these new programs, and I continued to do that, right? So that I reached the $200,000 mark. Like I didn't just sit on the beach forever. Like I definitely was putting myself out there. What I found is that every time I was putting myself out there, it could actually happen to me today after this call. You put yourself out there, you're so vulnerable, you're so visible, and then there's this little voice that comes in that says things like, you're not worth it, you don't deserve it, people are going to think you suck, like, who do you think you are? I can't believe you're doing that. Like, there's this voice. And what I found out, what I realized in that whole ascension from the 200 to the, or 200 bucks to the 200,000 multiple six-figure biz, is that there was this little thing called my wounded child, my little WC, was getting away in my WC. And I remember that moment. I said, oh my God, I get this. Like, I would have the worst weekends. I'd be in the middle of a lunch. I'd be like, basically like reprogramming your wealth consciousness is like going to AA and getting sober. I've never gone to AA and I've never had to get sober because I don't have that issue, but I was working my wealth consciousness like crazy. And so on the weekend, I didn't have my normal routine and I was, left to my own crazy head, my own delusions and reality and family and not my close, my kids and husband, but just life, right? And so I was like not with my coach and my work and my mentorship and all that stuff, and I was left to myself. And I would freak out, and I'd be like, nobody's gonna do it. Who do I think I am? And all the fear would come out. Anyway, and one day on a Sunday, I was just like, dude, what is going on here? Like I was losing it. And I was talking with one of my mastermind sisters, and I was like, OMG, I get it. My WC is in the way of my WC. My little wounded child is in the way of my wealth consciousness. So maybe this is the first time you've heard this. It's a huge aha, okay? Basically, we're all walking around as little wounded people. And we might have cute shoes on or a dress on or whatever, but we're walking around with some wounds. And the key here is to realize that I was taking my 11-year-old to work with me. My 11-year-old was in the sales conversation, service conversation, shaking in my boots, like, oh, I shouldn't charge this much, and who do I think I am? That was my 11-year-old, or whoever knows how old she was. And so here's the thing. Here is the action step. Just the awareness that your little WC is in the way of your WC is going to change everything for you. The next time you're in a circulation with money, you're asking for it, or you're trying to get it, or trying to give it, it's going to be your WC. So the key here, I told you the action step, and I tend to overgive. I'm just going to share one more thing, is that in this step, you got to merge with the divine. You have to become one between your wounded child, little you, to your higher self, into your higher vision, where you're going, and the divine. And then when that happens, you've got that unity, you feel that power in your solar plexus, you're a real player. Like nowadays, I am not afraid whatsoever about money. Like, it does not have a thing on me. I have slayed the money dragon. I'm going to teach you more about slaying that money dragon in our next couple steps. But it's just such a confidence. And I want you to have that. I want you to feel that power of like, dude, I got this. I'm a player. Like, I'm not afraid. Like, you are a creator. You're a woman. You can create a baby in your belly. Why wouldn't you be able to create? Maybe some of you have had issues with reproduction. That's another story. I'm still telling you, you are a creator, and you can merge with that divine self and create. Anything you want, you can have. Anything. So, as you can tell, this wealth wheel is juicy. Are you loving it? Yes. All right, I've got 2 more little juicy tips for sure. They're not even little, they're huge, the final 2. And I just want to check the time. Because of the technical difficulty, I'm going to just take a couple of minutes and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Pop Your Biz Live. Okay? So, then I want you to stay here. I know not everyone can stay until the whole time the call is done, so I'm going to just talk about this for a couple minutes, and then we're going back to tips 4 and 5, and this is when it really comes together, so I want you to stick around. Oh, and by the way, one of you gets to win a 30-minute consultation with me. So I want you to stick around for that. All right, let me break it down, tell you about Pop Biz. Bless my water, right? Okay, so Pop Your Biz Live. As you can tell, I could talk about this stuff for days. I freaking am lit up about it. Like, I'm not on any caffeine. I'm not on any sugar. I'm just like this. I love it. It's my favorite subject. So if I can actually get in a room and teach you and mentor you and guide you, oh my God, it's like a dream come true. So that's how I put it together. It's really my time now to, this last year I've really been the leader. I've got a lot of people I'm leading and groups I'm mentoring, and it's just my time to share this with you. And honestly, this event is going to rock. It's going to go down in the history books, and you need to be there because this is the first one. All right? PopYourBizLive.com. You can go there and read through it with me, and I'm going to tell you a little bit. And then I want you to click on the I'm ready to leap button, and then grab your seat. And I'm going to tell you why. So it's 3 days, and it's dedicated to day 1. We're going to unlock your money channels. We're going to take this whole training of what I'm sharing with you to the next level. So you're going to unlock your money channels. You're going to activate your divine energy, feminine energy, so you can turn your receiving channels to the on position. And then you're going to really work on this WC. It's in the way of the WC. We're going to really do some work and healing around this piece. That's day 1. And there's also something even juicy about day 1 that I'm not even going to tell you about. I'm just going to surprise you, and it's going to rock your world. Okay? You want to be there. It's going to be super fun. Now, day 2 is all about rocking your freedom-based lifestyle and getting your vision on. This was a key for me. I'm like you. There's so many things to do, so many balls in the air. Where do I go? How do I start? I'm going to teach you how to SM focus and to get your vision. And then we're going to blow the whistle on how you might be acting and behaving and believing, and like I just said, basically how you might be operating right now is not in alignment with where you want to go. It's not in alignment with that 6-figure vision, a multiple 6-figure and 7-figure vision of yourself. So we're going to align and then step in to that future radiant you. So you are going to embody it, and the whole group, 125 of us to 150 of us, we're going to step into that. And we're going to be like, oh yeah, this is me, like my whole new me. And you're going to be feeling it, like the energy will be off the hook. And on that night, I'm a yoga teacher, so I'm going to be teaching yoga with me and perhaps a special guest. And again, reprogramming the wealth consciousness. Day 3 is when it all comes together, and I am giving you the plan, because it's all fine and good to know who you are and unlock your channels, but you got to have your plan. And a plan gives you confidence, gives you clarity, and then you're going to be able to walk out of those 3 days ready to JFDI, which is what I call just F and do it. Feel super confident with that plan. Okay? Those are the 3 days. Now let me tell you that the tickets for this are going to be retailing for $1,000, which is a super generous, juicy deal. But the good news is that because you're here today, and because we're like 7 weeks out of the event, I am generously giving it to you for $497. So for $497, you get all of that, plus there's 7 additional bonuses, which you can read about on the page. And these bonuses, I'll tell you what 2 of them are, because they're very important. The first one is you can bring a friend. You can bring your BFF, your boyfriend, your lover, who cares? I don't care. Just bring someone that you want to share your newfound wealth consciousness with. And so you guys can get it on and turn it to the on position and be pumped up and be like raising the roof on this wealth consciousness. So you could bring a friend for $97. So basically then that's $600 and $300 a person. Totally good deal. Then in addition, to get you started now in step number 2, which is learning, you're going to get my infamous, legendary, and yo money drama program. And that is $1,000 value. Okay, it gets better. I just have one more juicy thing to say. Those of you that say, yeah, yes, Amanda, I am ready. I'm ready to JFDI. I'm ready to unlock my money channels and rock my freedom-based lifestyle. I got good news. Those of you who register between now, like right now, and the 15 minutes after the live stream, and we are watching these, by the way. I'm sure they're rolling in right now. I'm not going to go over there and look. But this is what you get. You get a VIP photo shoot at the event. And this photo shoot is juicy. Want to know why? Because you are going to get photos of you that you can use in your marketing materials, for social media, on your website, wherever, in your newsletter. Maybe you don't have any of that stuff yet, but you can use these to, as a tool to help your business and help you pop and help you actually make money. So that's for only those go-getters, and I know all of you are go-getters, who decide to leap now and buy now and say, yes, I'm coming to Utah, and you get that. So the total value, I was counting it up, I was like, ooh, let's see what this value is. So the total value of the 3-day event is $4,500. But then I'm like, well, check out all these bonuses. All the bonuses are worth $2,500. There's 7 of them. I'm not going to go through all of them in this moment. So, and then you put the photo shoot on top of that. So it's a $7,300 value. And guess how much you're getting it for? Didn't mean to hit this here. $497. Hello. And there's a payment plan. Is that, if you prefer, you could do a payment plan. And that's all I want to say. And of course, cost of living in Utah is super good. So the good news is that the hotel room rates are like $103 a night, and you can share that. And Salt Lake City has an international airport. There's women from all over the world, Australia, and also the UK, the Netherlands, all over Canada and the United States are flying into Utah. So I want to see you there. Don't give me any excuses. Don't play a kid card on me. Just be there. If you feel like, you know, you want to be a part of the most exciting thing that's happening all this fall, okay? Can't wait. We already have 52 people coming from all over the world. So this is good. This is very good. I guess I forgot to say one thing, is that, looking at my notes here, that the value of this, and then I'll move on. My client, and I'm not saying this to brag, I'm just helping also to give you the terms of the value. You might not know this about me, but my clients choose to invest in themselves to hire me as their mentor and their coach for one day for $5,000. So you can see that if you're working with me for 3 days to receive massive leaps, you're getting that for a fraction of the price. You're getting it, you know, it's going to be selling for $1,000. You're going to be getting it for $500, $497. Share it with a friend, so just be $300. So really the value in the education and the up level of your wealth consciousness is going to completely allow you to make this money back quadruple fold. Like the money is just, it could be a huge adventure, and that's why I want to dive back into our content, because I might have some more juicy juice to share with you. Tips 4 and 5. Okay, so tip 4. I like this. This is fun doing live stream. I hope you guys are liking it. I am. Pretty fun. Okay, so live streamers, key number 4, baby, is you gotta let it in. So just let it in, let it in. If it only were so simple, right? Now here's the dealio. Right now you may not be letting it in. Your money channels could possibly be on the lockdown position. And how you know this is that there is no consistent flow with your money. Did you hear me? Consistent. Consistency is a big deal. Many of my clients, they tell me, my biggest issue is I don't have consistent income. You could be riding this feast or famine roller coaster where sometimes you have it. I was so riding that for years. I had it, woohoo, I'm going for it. And then it would be famine, like, shoot, I'm down to my last $36. I rode that roller coaster for a long time. It was horrible, okay? So this whole letting it in piece is that you're really blocking yourself from the abundance you crave and you desire. And the good news is that you are the only one blocking you. You are the only one that is saying, oh, I'm not worth it, I don't deserve it, I can't have it, I'm not, you know, like, they won't buy from me, or who do I think I am, and money's bad, or money's not spiritual, or God doesn't want me to have money, or I won't get into heaven if I have money, or, you know, these things are just old school, right? Like, what else? Like, we are not letting it in. And so, dude, all you have to do is let it in. Like, let it in. I'm going to share a cool story. So, I'll share 2 cool things. So, there I was in Hawaii. And I have a mantra. I'm not going to tell you the whole mantra. I'm just going to tell you this piece, because this is actually your action step. So there I am in Hawaii, right? Okay, I will say the whole mantra. And all of a sudden, because I'm you know, holding my vibration high for this vision of putting this live event together. And all of a sudden, I just break out in this sprint. You know me, I'm running with Will Smith. I'm all, hey, Will. It was so fun. You might have heard that. I totally saw Will Smith. It was the best high vibration. I saw him a couple times. Anyway, so here I am, I'm running. All of a sudden, I break into the sprint. Not at the moment I saw Will. And I was like, I see it. I feel it. I believe it. I receive it. I see it. I feel it. I believe it. I receive it. And that was my mantra. But anyway, I'm all good on the seeing, the feeling, the believing. But all of a sudden, when I got to the I am receiving, I was like, well, I probably won't receive it because I'm not, blah, blah, blah. You know, that can't happen, and I suck. And, you know, all the stuff your mind says, right? So then my new mantra, I'd be walking down the beach. Because here's the thing is, when you're not letting it in, you're always planning, you're scheming, you're worrying, you're like obsessing, you're working, you're making it hard, you're just struggling, you're doing. That's me. I totally do. I'm a freaking doer. Like I would work, I would strive, I would plan, I could do this, right? Like super, what happens is your masculine and your feminine energies are totally out of balance. So all of a sudden I am receiving. I am receiving. It's just like breathing in the prana of Mama Ocean and the greenery and the rainbows, and all I could do was like lie down on the sand because I was like, oh, and I'm serious, I was like lying down on the sand, and I was like, I am receiving, and I started crying because that vulnerability of being in like the receiving position, and that is what letting it in is about receiving. And so in Hawaii, well, all over the world, there are caves. But there's some really cool caves in Hawaii that are like the womb. It's a cave. I was like laying in this cave, taking a nap one day. And I was like, this is the ultimate femininity is a cave. It's receiving. There's no pushing, there's no striving, there's no working, there's no planning. There's no, I gotta make it happen, like I gotta go out there and get clients, I gotta work. I mean, you feel that energy, right? It was like, no, I'm leaning back. I'm going to get in my hips. I'm going to enjoy a little pleasure, a little P zone, the PZ. I'm going to get my PZ in my pleasure zone, and I'm going to allow myself to receive. And that is, the mantra is just, I am receiving. And that is how you let it in. So start just saying, I am receiving. And what happens is, when you start receiving, it's like, I am receiving. All of a sudden, I became so much more, I became so present. I became aware. I became awake. I could hear things. I could see things. Like, the intricacies of life were so real. The beauty of my children and the rainbows and the ocean and everything was so vibrant. When you slow down to actually receive. You might be in a situation you're not super stoked right now. You might be like, I ain't receiving this, but the truth is what you resist persists. So that is your action step, is to receive. Just, I am receiving, and I'm letting it in. That's what I'm letting it in. I'll tell you a really cool story. That was my second story I said I would share. So in this whole process, I had a 5-figure day. It was so cool. I wasn't promoting anything in July. I wasn't marketing. I was just enjoying. In fact, we ended up staying in Hawaii 3 additional weeks. I wasn't working. I wasn't trying. And I received a 5-figure day. And it was such a crazy, it was an amazing feeling, and it's not my first 5-figure day, that's for sure. I love being able to say that and be a little cocky. It wasn't my first 5-figure day, but it was a damn good day. And I remember being like, wouldn't it be amazing if every woman on the planet just turned on her receiving muscles or whatever, opened up, spread her legs, opened her arms, opened her heart, woo, and let it in and receive? Like, what if all of us were really, truly in our pleasure zones and truly receiving? Like, we would be laughing more, we would be just like joking more, we'd be slowed down more, we wouldn't, the possibilities are endless. I mean, when we were really receiving, we'd be swimming in a sea of abundance. We'd be swimming in so much love and so much beauty and so much joy that everyone around us would be feeling that. Like that means, the children would be fed, the air would be clean, the water would be clean, technology would be here. I mean, that's what we need to do. So there's a lot here with Let It In. I like to really give a lot. So that's actually another key point I didn't talk about is this, letting it in. See, letting it in is kind of a long step. This is the thing. You could be a giver and give and give and give and give and give and think that it's better to give than receive. So then let's say you do get something, you automatically want to hurry and give something back because you're uncomfortable with truly receiving. So I said I was a giver, and I was telling you something, is that we block ourselves. We make this about us. That little WC gets in the way, then we block ourselves from receiving, but truly we're built to receive. Our anatomy is all about reception. So we need to turn it on by activating that feminine power that's inside of us. And when we tap into that, and that's what we're going to be doing at the live event, tapping deeper into that. And even before the event, getting ready for the event. I'm wearing a pretty dress right now. I'm actually going to Los Angeles next week to go shopping with my stylist and go on this adventure to find all these beautiful clothes. Like, who does that? Like, I haven't done that before. Just fly to LA. So activating that feminine energy so you feel beautiful, you look beautiful, and then you can receive, because money really just wants you to be happy. It really wants you to feel beautiful and feel feminine. So this is step number 4, secret 4, letting it in. And again, the action step is the mantra, I am receiving. Ooh, it feels so good. I am receiving 150 beautiful women at the live event. Like, I am receiving it. Awesome. Okay, I'm still receiving. What are you receiving? Write down what you are receiving. What is your dream and what is your vision? Write it down. I am receiving. Oh, it feels so good. And at the same time, I'm giving right now. So it's like this beautiful exchange, right? I'm giving to you because it's from my heart, and then you're receiving it, and I'm receiving back from you. It's this beautiful give and receive. It's the best. It's like this whole new paradigm in this new economy. Okay, are you ready for step 5? Step 5 is my favorite. It's like totally how I live. Okay, secret 5, I shall say. Secret 5. Actually, stop. We need to do an exercise on the let it in. I want you all to stand up right now, and I want you to put your arms up in the air, and I want you to say with me, I am receiving. Actually, no, we're saying I am letting it in. Say, I'm letting it in! Woo! I'm letting it in! I'm letting it in, I'm letting it in. It's so coming in, baby! Spread your arms and spread your legs. I'm letting it in. Let it in. How fun is that? Like, let's let this in. Everything that you desire, let it in. Get out of your own way. Be the channel and let it in. Because you're an instrument of the divine. The divine wants to play through you, dance through you, talk through you, work with you. The divine is you. You are divine. So we are blocking ourselves no more. All right? So far, let go and let God in. Step 2, you learn. Step 3, love. That unity. Step 4 is let it in. Like, get out of your way. Just move on over, okay? And receive. Leap is number 5. So leap. Like I said, this is the best. So this is where you could be. This is where a lot of people are. This is, I hung out there for a long time. Up until the last 2 years. You can just believe me for that. So leap, this is where people are. Like, pretty much everyone is super comfortable. And they're hanging out on their RC Willy. They're hanging out on their RC Willy, whatever that is, like on their couch. People are hanging on their couch. They're watching TV. They got their savings. They're playing it safe. They're playing it safe. And yet, you feel this restlessness. You know what I mean? Like this restlessness of like anxiety, like you want to be somewhere else, but you're not. Like You are watching maybe me and other awesome entrepreneurs and people like Oprah. I mean, I'm not comparing myself by any means to Oprah or whatever, but you're like, I would do this. I'd watch someone and be like, I can totally do that. Like, why am I not doing that? I was sitting on, why am I sitting here watching everyone else rock it out and live their freedom-based lifestyle or live their dreams, and I'm sitting here like comfortable, and I'm like, yeah, I've got, I'm comfortable. I'm not happy. When we're too comfortable, that's just no fun. It's really no place to, I mean, some people, they love that. Like, they're cool with that. But not people like us. I mean, we're adventure seekers. We're go-getters. We're in it to win it. We're here to have fun. This is a big old playground, and we want to play in it, right? I get you. I'm the same way. Oh, my God. So it's like you're sitting on this cliff, on top of a cliff. I'll tell you, yesterday, I was like, Val, I don't want to do the live stream. I don't want to do the live stream. And I was sitting on the cliff, and I was like, I want to just go back to the comforts of instant teleseminar. I don't want to have to, because I had to like memorize all the, I'm just being really real. I had to memorize this whole thing. I had to get it totally ready, And I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And whenever you have that, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, in that voice, and Val was buying my story. She's like, I get it, Amanda. Anyway, but we totally persevered. But when you're telling yourself this stuff, that means what you really want to do, your soul really wants to leap, but you're making these excuses and trying to talk yourself out of it. So, here's the deal with leap. Have you ever seen the movie Avatar? So that awesome movie, if you haven't seen it, I would go out and watch this movie. I'm not a big TV movie person, but this one is a good one. So let me explain. There is this scene where he's gone through all these initiations, and now it's time for him to meet his dragon. And his dragon, he will then meet and make the bond with the dragon, and then he will master the dragon, and the dragon will become like his pet, and they will fly, his or her pet, and they will fly, they will become one, they will bond. So here they are, they're on this scary cliff, like millions of feet high in the air. And they said, he's going in, Jake Sully is going in to meet these dragons and slay these dragons. And he's like, right before he goes, he asks, okay, how do I know which dragon is mine? And they said, his like mentor said, he'll try to kill you. And he's like, outstanding. And he like walks out there. And then so he's like slaying, like none of these dragons are bugging him, right? And then all of a sudden this one dragon tries to kill him. And he has to tackle him, and it gets thrown off the cliff. And all of a sudden he ends up like conquering the dragon, and they seal the connection between their braid and his tail. And they become one, and they're flying. They're flying, and they're in this beautiful game of life. Honestly, that's the way I live. I say yes. I leap, even though I don't know how. I don't know what. Maybe I don't know how I'm going to have the money. A lot of times I don't know where the hell the money's coming from. But I know that I am one with the divine. And when I say yes, the universe meets me. And it says, oh yeah, she's a real player. I'm gonna play with her. And it's like this crazy ass joke. We're all sitting here holding on, not letting go of we're holding on out of fear, but the truth is when you leap, that is when life becomes life. That's when you start living, is when you go to that edge and you leap and you trust and you're falling, but all of a sudden the universe has your back, and you're like totally, absolutely playing with the universe, and you are flying, and you are creating, and you become a vessel, and you become a channel, and it's like you're on this magic carpet ride, and it's just like the most amazing thing ever. Like, it's humbling. You don't even realize how special and loved you are until you let go, and you let God, or you let the universe be one with you. Every time, there's something so much deeper that loves you, something more profound that loves you than you could ever imagine. And you've got to get out of your own way so you can feel that there's this loving universe, that life is for you, and it wants you to play, it wants you to live. And what's sad to me is that most people are hanging on that cliff in fear. And the truth is that the only way to conquer fear is, what did Roosevelt, I think, say? The only thing to be afraid of is the fear of fear itself. But fear is false evidence appearing real. And every time I feel that fear come on me, I know it's not God. I know it's not love. We were not created in the spirit of fear. You were not created with the spirit of fear. So it's like there is no fear. You cannot die. You cannot lose anything or anything or everything. So you merge with the divine and you're leaping and you're playing. And that's it. Like, you're at a junction right now. We're 8 months into 2013. And I know you have dreams. I know you have visions. You've probably been sitting on the sidelines just like waiting to pop, and you haven't popped. And I want to really, really invite you to take that leap with me. Like, I can show you how to do this. Like, consider me your mentor, like an avatar, and I'm like going to teach you how to meet your dragon and fly your dragon and become one with that, so that you're going to have the most amazing, beautiful life. Like, you're going to live. You're going to create. You're going to create everything you want. Because the truth is that nobody's going to save you. Garbage truck coming through. You know, nobody is going to save you. Your mom's not going to save you. Your dad's not going to save you. The economy, the government, no one's going to save your ass. I mean, I had to wake up to that, and I had to really grow up and put myself in the game and realize that if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to have that life that I had on the dreams I had on my vision board, then it was up to me, and I am 100% responsible. So it's up to you. Are you going to leave, or are you not? So the action step for key number 5 is the next time you get a little knockety knock, your soul is saying, come on girl, come on to this next thing. I want you to leap. You got to let go. Get out of your way. Say yes. It's your way to success, even if you don't know how. The how ain't your business. Just keep saying, that ain't my business. It ain't my business how any of this stuff happens. My business is to leap and to trust. So that's the action step. And I know I've been talking a lot, so I want to actually review these so that you all have them. Okay? All right. So here's our review. This isn't going to help you, is it? Okay. Well, I wrote on my little piece of paper here, I wrote, okay, step 1, remember, is to let go. And the action step is to breathe when you circulate money. And trust that inhale and trust that exhale. Step 2 is to learn. And the action step is to use the wealth wheel. Use this. Plug yourself in. I use this every single time. Every time. Plug it in. Step 3, key 3, to unlock your money channels, is love. Love. Merge with the divine. Heal. The first action step is just become aware. Become aware of that WC and the ways of the WC. And of course, come to Pop Life. If you really are committed to learning this stuff, I'm going to teach you everything I know. Step 3 is let it in, baby. And that I am receiving mantra. Even if you're a super giver, it's time for you to receive. Okay? Step 5 is leap. And that is the next time an opportunity arises, I want you to take that leap. I want you to say yes. I want you to trust and go for it. So those are the 5. That is the wealth wheel. And I want you to actually imagine that this is how you roll. That you are one with the divine. That you are completely in your power and able to make money as easy as making a smoothie or a salad. That you have total confidence around money, and you're giving and you're receiving at a high level. That you're living your dreams, and you're fueled and funded by this portable, profitable, and playful biz. I mean, imagine that. Like, you get to be you. You get to make money being you. You get to share and teach and live your life and let it in. Imagine that. So sweet. And I want to give you a chance to leap. Clearly, that is why I'm here today. Because I know that you can't do this on your own, sitting behind your computer or in the environment you're in, either work or family, or with the same crazy thoughts you have. You have to come together and be in this vortex of this higher new wealth consciousness. So I want to invite you, and again, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Pop Your Biz Live, and you can take advantage of that, all those juicy bonuses at popyourbizlive.com. And by the way, Generally, I have lots of success stories of women come on the call and share their transformations and working with me to unlock their money channels. And because this is a live stream, I wasn't able to bring other people on because of the technology, but you can read. There's like probably 12 success stories on there. You could read their stories of women very similar to you and me who have made the decision and who have popped and are now making money. And most of those women you'll actually meet at the live event too. Okay, so here it is. 3-day live event, September 23rd through 25th in Park City, Utah, which is an international destination. We had the 2002 Olympics here, and this is, people are like, oh, I live in Hawaii half the year, I live here half the year. I'm so happy. Like, this is a beautiful place, and the fall is a beautiful place. Time of the year to be here. So, day one, we're going to unlock your money channels. We're going to dive deeper into this wealth consciousness and also activate your divine feminine energy so you can get into that receiving position. And you can really let your abundance in. Really let it in. Like, spend a whole day on this. Okay? Day two is rocking your freedom-based lifestyle. And this is where you're going to get your vision. We're going to blow the whistle on your old self. You're going to get your vision of where you're going and why you're going there. And you're going to align with that vision. And you're going to step into that vision. Okay? So this is very powerful. You are going to embody that vision. Me guiding you. That night, yoga. To really get it in your bones. Download that in your body. Because there's so much that you just need to get in your body. So, yoga. This is me and a special guest. Then, day three is all about the plan. This is when it all comes together. We're going to create your profitable, portable, and playful plan. Super juicy. And you're going to practice that JFDI, just effing do it, muscle. So that you're walking out of there of those 3 days like on fire. New wealth consciousness, unlocked money channels, you got your plan, you got your vision, you're ready to rock. Okay? Like I said, the whole value of this whole situation is $7,000. If you register now, between now and the next 15 minutes after we hang up or complete here, and I'll tell you what time that is in a minute, then you get the VIP bonus photo shoot, which totally rocks, so that you can use those pictures in your marketing materials so that you can practice being vulnerable and visible. This is a very juicy bonus. That's why I'm giving it to you, those go-getters right now who are ready to say yes. So there's that. Plus, you get to bring a friend for $97. Before I go on and on, I'm going to tell you, go to popurbizlive.com and click on the I'm ready to leave and reserve your spot right now. So again, I know there's lots of things we forget. popurbizlive.com, and the link is also on this live stream page. Okay, so then you get to bring a friend for $97. So juicy, so you can share this with one of your friends so that you can both keep each other accountable to this. Then you get the End Your Money Drama program, which is valued at $1,000. You get it today as soon as you register. I will tell you a few more of the bonuses because it's so good. So you're actually going to get this JFDI Warrior Women private Facebook group. We've already got 52 women in there already from all around the world. And these women and you and I will have a call, a pre-intention setting call before we begin. Before, like basically in the next over the next 7 weeks, we'll have that call, and then we'll have a post call. So you're getting accountability and support before we meet and then after we meet, which is so juicy. And then there you get, I'll let you read through all the bonuses, but those are the super juicy ones. And let me talk to that part of your mind that says, well, Amanda, forget it, like there's just no way. So you might have small kids and you might think, well, I can't travel with them or I can't take them. I want you to tap into that part of you. Like for me, my kids, my son Sawyer, he is the reason why I got to where I am today. I did it for him because no one was going to save me. No one was going to give us 3 months or more a year in Hawaii and live this beautiful life. If I wanted to give him a whole new wealth consciousness, I didn't want to pass down what my loving, well-meaning family passed on to me. I wanted to give him this whole idea of like possibility and entrepreneurship, and he'll do whatever he wants. But I was going to rock it out and be my best self. So if anything, use your kids as a tool and a motivator. To me, there's the number one motivator, 100%. And I've traveled. Like, don't use the kid card. I know when I play the kid card, I almost played the kid card with actually putting on this live event. And I was like, well, I just kind of want to enjoy Phoebe in her second year, and maybe I'll just relax and do this event later. And my mastermind buddy is like, don't play the kid card on me. You know you want to do this, and you can do it with both. And then I was like, oh my God, I played the kid card. So don't play the kid card. So the kid card, just use the kid card to propel you as that tool to move you forward. Another thing is, well, you might think you live too far away. Well, that's not a good excuse either, because I've got people already coming from Australia, all over Canada, US, Hawaii, and the UK, and the UK and Europe. So if you are a freedom loving, fun, adventurous, free spirit, then you're going to love the adventure of coming to an international destination and being amongst other go-getters like you. So that's out the window. Let's talk about this money thing. So let's say this $497 is scary and a stretch for you. I've been there. Believe me, I know, girl. Whew, I tell you. But let me tell you, there's a payment plan, so you can use the payment plan, and you put it on a credit card. Like I joke that Amex was my sponsor starting out. You could use a credit card. You could use like a 0% credit card if you have one. You could borrow it. I had a client take out a payday loan once to work to get to actually the End Your Money Drama program. You know, you can figure it out. $497 is available to you. What you need to do, my love, is just decide, do I want to do this? Do I want to go hang out with Amanda and 125 to 150 amazing women and rock it out for 3 days and give myself a break from everything and submerge myself in this new wealth consciousness and give myself like my vision and align with that vision and get my plan? Do I want to do that? And if it's a hell yeah, then it's a hell yeah. And if it's a hell no, not really, then that's okay too. There's no pressure at all. I want you to do what's best for you, but I also want to talk to that ego part of your mind. Because there's that part of your mind that is like, well, it's scary, right? This is a leap. It's a leap to book a ticket. It's a leap to get on a plane or take a long trip somewhere. It's a leap to be visible and show up and get out of your house and be visible for 3 days and go where you don't know anyone. I get it. That is a leap. And that's why I dare you. I double dog dare you to do it. I dare you to follow your heart and your dreams and do this. You know, I'm waiting for you. I have done this myself. I continue to do this. This is not like once you do this this whole wheel, that's how you roll the rest of your life. Like, it's not like I just did this once. I did this. I'm probably going to do it again tomorrow when I hire the event photographer. That's going to be a leap. I'm going to have to let go. I'm going to have to learn. I'm going to have to love. I'm going to have to let it in, right? So once you get this going, then you're playing the game. It's really fun. Still, I dare you. I dare you to take the leap. I dare you. I'll tell you a cool story. When I was in college and I was skiing at Jackson Hole, and I was on this. It was called Corbett's Couloir. It was super steep and super deep. I really had no business being there. And there was this Aussie guy. He's like, "Don't let fear get in the way of your dreams, mate." Sorry, Aussies, I don't mean to butcher your accent, but that's the way I heard it. He said, "Don't let fear get in the way of your dreams." And I was like, whoa. Like, that has always stood with me. Don't let fear get in the way of your dreams. F that shit. Don't let fear get in the way of your dreams. You know you want this if you do. I can teach you how to do it. I can uplift your wealth consciousness, and let's rock this out. I dare you. All right, final rally here, peeps. I want you to imagine with me right now that you have let it in. That you're like legs and arms are so spread open that it's so good. It's as good as it can get. Like, it's so juicy. Money is flowing in. You're giving and you're receiving at this high frequency. Making money is no pasa nada, no problem. And all you got to do is like just enjoy your life. For you to imagine just feeling that power, feeling that control, and feeling that confidence around money. I want you to just feel like, wow, like you're a real player. You're walking around just like, yeah, I got this. Like the confidence that comes with it. And I just want you to imagine that you see your vision board, everything that you want, everything you've hoped for and desired your whole life. You can have all that. You can have it all now. I am super excited to meet you and to have the chance to guide you and to mentor you for those 3 days and leading up to it, and really to rock it out and give you your profitable, portable, and playful biz so you can make this happen. So excited. Thank you so much for watching this first live stream. What I'm going to do with the live, the 30-minute free gift is, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through the roster of the people we had, and I'm just going to randomly pick, and we will email you. Okay? So if you want that, I want you to really send the vibes out that this is what you want, and we will contact you. Okay? So again, just to remind you, help you out, it's www.popurbizlive.com. I can't wait to meet you, and I love you, and this has been so fun. Can you imagine 3 days of this? I can't wait. I'll see you in September. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Namaste. Ciao.